Fans poured into Watkins Glen in their droves for the first round of Season 9 of the WTEC series, with palpable excitement for the season ahead. Teams and drivers alike all itching to get some rubber on the tarmac after a lengthy off-season. Reigning champions Team ZBR will be back, but with new and unproven machinery for Sam Gunstone and Tim Kansas. Whether or not they can continue their form from last season will depend on how quickly they can get to grips with the new Velocitas. They might have new colours, but it's business as usual at BPR as Adam Holloway and Sam Hooper continue their long-standing partnership with a pair of striking Hyundai Elantras. Many have tipped Alex Williams for the crown this season, and it's no surprise as he and teammate Ernie Jetson come into the season as hot favourites. Impressive pace has been shown so far by the EA Sporting duo. With new backing from Eurofin, they'll be looking to give the opposition quite the headache. Olivefield Racing will be looking to bounce back from a disappointing Season 8 campaign. Alex Holloway is reunited with his favoured front-wheel drive and will be trying hard to get the Doritos cars back where they belong up the grid with teammate Craig Wakefield. New team, new cars and new colours. It's all new at MLM, with former Cup Class rivals Mike Harrington and returning Matt Williams teaming up to take the fight to last year's champion. And finally, new entrant JBR Bathams graces the grid with a single car entry for rookie James Ray Bissell. While he may be new to the series, he has already shown impressive pace and testing. JBR Bathams will be looking to prove they aren't just here to make up the numbers. After his pace in free practice, it came as no surprise to see Alex Williams topping the timesheets after the hot shot single lap qualifying session, with his EA Sporting teammate joining him for a front row lockout. But with the top 7 separated by less than a second and reigning champion Sammy Gunstone lying back in 6th position, it was clear the chase for Race 1 honours was still wide open. Matt Williams took the Cup Class pole for the new LM team just ahead of ZBR's Tim Kansas, Mike Harrington in 3rd. And as the lights went green on Season 9, it would be formation flying from the 2 EA Sporting cars, with Jetson sweeping round the outside of teammate Williams to lead the opening lap from a fast-starting Alex Holloway in the red Doritos car. The BPR teammates didn't wait long to get their elbows out, but this slide from Sam Hooper would drop him through the pack and leave him caught up in the Cup Class battle. The Holloway brothers fought hard in the opening laps as Craig Wakefield had this unfortunate crash after losing control on the brakes at the fastest part of the circuit. Luckily Craig was okay, but left a lot of work for the Hollowfield mechanics to get the car straightened out for race 2. The battle for 3rd place was by now really hotting up, with ZBR's lead driver Sammy Gunstone getting involved despite this lurid slide. There was no love lost between the Holloways though, as Alex clung on heroically to the final podium position until this move finally put his brother ahead and left the door open for an opportunistic Gunstone to also find a gap. A fantastic battle in Cup was emerging as reigning champion Tim Kansas was put under increasing pressure from Matt Williams on his return to the series, but this slide out of the last corner wouldn't help his cause and ended up allowing his teammates into 2nd to lead the charge on the ZBR Veloster. Meanwhile, the formation flying at the front continued for EA Sporting, but with this move putting Alex Williams into the lead, denying his teammates a first WTEC Championship win. The battle for 3rd still raged on behind the EA 1-2 though, and the top 3 in the Cup Class were all now nose to tail, with just the proverbial separating them. Lap after lap positions were swapped in this highly exciting battle for class honours and round 1 bragging rights, proving that you don't have to be at the front of the grid to have a good clean fight for position. Despite their battling, Gunstone and Holloway slowly managed to catch the 2 EA Sporting Elantras, sparking this fantastic 4-way scrap for the lead. Alex Williams hit the wall hard out of the final corner and was lucky to escape with minor damage to take his first win of the season and a historic 1-2 for EA Sporting. Alex Holloway was caught in the final laps by a recovering Sam Hooper, but it was all to end in tears into the final corner as both cars tangled, sending Hooper into the wall and Holloway limping into the line to take 5th. And the fantastic Cup Class battle was to come to a dramatic end, as contact between Harrington and Kansas on the last lap would send Kansas into the barrier and cause damage to Matt Williams' car, allowing Mike Harrington to take a somewhat controversial first win of the season, and a first win for the new MLM team. teammate Matt Williams would recover to take second, while James Ray Bissell would finish his first race 2 laps down after contact with the barriers early on. So Alex Williams takes first honours of Season 9 of the WTEC series, ahead of teammate Ernie Jetson and defending champion Sammy Gunstone in third. Next up was the two Holloway brothers, with Adam leading home Alex just ahead of the Cup Class winner Mike Harrington. The race 2 starts with 4 cars wide, heading into the first corner. This time Alex Williams would fend off his teammate to the lead as Jetson tried to hold on to second, with Mike Harrington taking the wide line through the tarmac runoff area. EA Sporting once again led the snake of TCR Hyundais onto the back straight for the first time, with Gunstone in hot pursuit before this slide on cold rear tyres cost him third place, the rival from the last race Adam Holloway. The two Neurofriend cars didn't manage to jump away as they had done in race 1 though, and a 5-car train would head the pack for most of the race. Matt Williams had a fantastic start in the Cup Class, but this slide would send the pack scattering, with Mike Harrington very lucky to survive this rally crossing moment and avoidance of his teammate. James Ray Bissell was in the hunt for a class podium in the early stages of the race, until this skirmish with the barrier would damage his Elantra. Meanwhile, the leading peloton were all now starting to fall over each other as Williams' stout defence kept his teammate at bay, but Jetson's move into the final complex would hold up both the EA Sporting cars as they held on to the most narrow of margins. One lap later, a slight rub from behind would send Williams into a slide and allow a fantastic opportunist move by Adam Holloway to split the leaders and to try and make an escape from the Noah's Ark formation that followed behind. Meanwhile, all this battling at the front was allowing the Hollowfield pairing to draw ever closer to make it 7 for the lead as the race hit mid-distance. Alex Williams would manage to fight his way back into the lead down the back straight, with teammate Jetson trying to follow him through and using all of the road to do so. Continuing his fight back from a disappointing first race, Sam Hooper would find himself at the right place at the right time as a hip and a shoulder from Gunstone onto Jetson would open the door for the Cornishman to take the final podium position. Picking up from where they left off in the first race, there was a fantastic scrap for the Cup Class lead between Tim Kansas and Mike Harrington. Harrington finally managing to nose his way down the inside of the ZBR Veloster as they dragged down into turn 1. Ernie Jetson would make this millimetre accurate dive down the inside of Holloway's stick to reclaim 5th place in the lead group as Alex Williams got his elbows out in defence of his lead, forcing Adam Holloway onto the grass. But the BPR man kept his foot planted, meaning Williams had to sweep round the outside to keep his position, as the 7-way scrap continued on, lap after lap. Sammy Gunstone saw his opportunity to jump down the inside of Sam Hooper, and made sure the BPR driver knew he was there on the exit, before contact between Hooper and Jetson would come oh so close to ending the race of both cars, but provided all the invitation Craig Wakefield needed to slice his way through the recovering cars in front and bravely steal 4th position. Jetson would fight back, but contact on the way out of turn 5 would slow his momentum down and help the Hollowfield racing driver keep his hard-fought 4th place. This had by now split the leading group up, but that by no means meant that everyone would step into line as Gunstone continued to battle with the two Elantras in front. Meanwhile, for the second race in a row, Tim Kansas would end up in the barriers, but this time all by himself, as he lost control of his car over the bumps into turn 5 and curtailed his race early. Not the result the defending Cup Class champion was hoping for. His teammate, however, continued to be a nuisance to Holloway and Williams at the front of the field, fighting hard, but it was to no avail as Alex Williams took the second win of the season, with Adam Holloway taking second this time. Craig Wakefield would hold on to 4th place ahead of his teammate, and Mike Harrington would once again take the Cup Class honours, leading home his teammate Matt Williams. So Alex Williams would once again take maximum points ahead of VPR's Adam Holloway and ZBR's Sammy Gunstone. A great result for our Hollowfield Racing, as both their cars would finish in the top 5 ahead of Jetson and Hooper. MLM meanwhile took their second Cup Class 1-2 of the season ahead of a bitterly disappointed Tim Kansas. And as the sun started to set around Watkins Glen, Race 3 would get underway in the golden Thursday evening light. It was business as usual at the front once again as Alex Williams led the charge down the back straight onto lap 1, until disaster struck out of turn 5 as he hit the barriers and then bounced back into the pack, collecting Hollowfield Racing's Craig Wakefield, who was sent out of control and onto a different circuit layout. This left Sam Gunstone grappling with Adam Holloway for the lead. Gunstone trying this audacious move round the outside, that so nearly stuck until he too ended up in the same wall that Alex Williams had hit just moments earlier. Gunstone tried to recover, but the damage was too much and he would have to hit the repairs. This meant Alex Holloway was now up to a sensational second place, battling BPR's Sam Hooper, as Hooper's teammate tried his best to make an escape. Turn 5 was to bite once again, as this time James Ray Bissell found the wall on the outside after losing control while braking over the bumps. While he managed to recover, Cup Class comrade Mike Harrington wasn't quite so lucky, as he hit the barrier backwards and ended up rolling his Elantra in the runoff area. Alex Holloway and Sam Hooper were having a cracking battle for second, nearly all coming to tears after this contact coming onto the back straight. Luckily both cars recovered and Hooper redressed the position so the battle would continue. A Cup Class Battle Royale was once again shaping up, this time between Tim Kansas and Matt Williams. Kansas managed to get the better of the MLM car, but it would only last for one lap as Williams swept round the outside into turn 5 to take the lead on the final lap. And so it was Adam Holloway who would continue serenely on his way to his and Team BPR's first top step of Season 9. Alex Holloway would deliver an impressive second place for Hollowfield Racing, and Sam Hooper would take the final podium spot, ahead of Cup Class winner Matt Williams, who managed to keep the sweep of race wins alive for MLM. Ernie Jetson would once again take 6th, ahead of Sammy Gunstone and a limping Alex Williams. And after a fantastic evening's racing, it would be Alex Williams and Adam Holloway that would share the championship lead, ahead of the three-way tie for 3rd place between Sammy Gunstone, Ernie Jetson and Alex Holloway. 10th overall in the standings would show just what a difficult day it had been though for the other side of the Hollowfield garage. In the Cup Class, it would be Matt Williams jumping to an early lead ahead of last season's rivals Mike Harrington and Tim Kansas. And 3 strong class results meant that James Ray Bissell was also keeping in touch with the leaders. And finally, it would be no surprise to see EA Sporting leaving the Glen with the class lead in the Teams Championship, with an 8-point margin over VPR Esports, as the series looks forward to round 2 at Suzuka.